Okay, continuing to look at the Drosophila notched trait, which kills you if it's homozygous. Explain why dead females are never found in the F1 generation no matter which parents are crossed. Well, what's the genotype for a dead female? They say the X big N trait is deadly when homozygous in females. So if we're going to get a dead female, she would have this genotype, X big N, X big N, two copies of the notched allele. So nothing obviously wrong with that, but let's work backwards and see what her parents would have had to look like. Each of them contributed one of the X big N's, of course. So there's that, and there's that. Now, her mom could have two different alleles, or could she? Here's two possibilities. Can you see what's wrong with one of these? This is lowercase n, sorry, this is a capital N. Why is this improbable? This combination, X big N, is deadly in Drosophila when homozygous in females. So this mother would not have lived long enough to lay eggs. That cannot be. No fly with that genotype is going to be the mother of anything. So this one works. The mother could have the small notch condition, and that would be consistent. She could have passed on the big N, and that's fine. Over here, the father, though, would have to have X big N and Y. He has to have a Y for him to be a male, but wait. If he has this is lethal in males, and there's no alternative for the male. There's no way to have this trait and live, so not viable either. This fly will not live to be the father of anything. So there is theoretically a genotype that could produce a double notched, like homozygous notched female, but biologically speaking, it couldn't happen because there's no father. You'd need a father who couldn't survive on his own. I mean, this father's genotype is technically possible, but again, he wouldn't have lived long enough to fertilize eggs. So that is not going to happen. And this actually is a retake of the same question. Explain why the mating of X little n, X big N, this, and the X big N, Y male is unlikely because this male dies at birth. The same glitch or variation in this allele that causes the notched wings also causes some defects in the internal organs which make it impossible for it to survive.